It's Week 8 of the National Football League.
And all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season.
It's the Lions and the Titans.
And it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Titans ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Will Levis, the 25-year-old at quarterback, in his second season out of Kentucky.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. They go play action. Here's Levis. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Levis sets up to throw here. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
It's hardly an exaggeration to say that Goff has revitalized his career these last couple of years. And he's rewarded for it during the offseason, as Detroit has certainly made sure everyone knows he's their quarterback for the future. It's clear that they believe in him, and he's done nothing to sway them from that belief.
And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Down to about the 45. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Now it's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Montgomery back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zone.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aiden Hutchinson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he has been a monster in the red zone here in these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Levis back to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Levis. He gets this one to Boyd. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Put a man in motion left, Ridley. Back to throw, it's Levis. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Levis. short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Levis to throw it. Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. Got his man, Okonkwo.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
Levis looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Levis out of the gun on third down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And folks, kick is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. He's already made his presence felt in this one with his previous touchdown grab. And that's been the story of his season thus far as you take a look at the NFL's current leaders in touchdown receptions.
Gone.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
It's second down and 10.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Goff now looking to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Goff. Touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 22-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping in shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Levis. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Titans.
Nick Westbrook-Akine.
55 yards.
And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Folk connects on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to throw, Goff.
That pass It's caught. It's Williams. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing again is Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Bates' kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin with a good one in the NFC. Chicago heading to our nation's capital to take on Washington. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And that one, all tied. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Little bootleg here. Levis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletions. situation, they're going for more.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. From the 50, it's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as a tackle made at the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Here's Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And his fine first half of the season continues. That is his 50th catch already. Well on his way to the century mark and perhaps even significantly beyond that. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. St. Brown motioning left. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse.
And this time he is in. David Montgomery, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Levis. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Levis sets up to throw here. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. After the interception, here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now 2nd and 9. Another run for Gibbs here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. Now receiver in motion left. Gibbs going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Amon-Ra. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. Levis back to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Levis. That's complete, it's Josh Wiley. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Levis to throw it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants it.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Nick Westbrook-Akine with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football. Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Levis. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Levis looking to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Tough spot here. 3rd and 15. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Aiden Hutchinson drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gamble with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
To kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. Jack Campbell with a pick.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Throwing now, Goff. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, but that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Detroit, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.